I gave my word I'd pull in Baku. They canceled the event. I gave my word to Brian Shaw. I'm pulling at the Shaw class. If you want to come, I'll pull you there. Otherwise, I'll pull you at the next event. You can't duck me forever.
There's still a lot of uncertainty in the air about whether or not Devon will be in Azerbaijan for that event or not. In his video yesterday, actually, he said that he will not because he already made his commitment to Brian Shaw that he'll be at the Shaw Classic. But then we got a video from Engin today, basically where he's saying that he's asking Robert is going to try and convince Devon to do the event in Azerbaijan.
Yeah, I talked with Robert that we need to do the Azerbaijan, and he said, Engin, I'm trying to convince Devon, and then hopefully he will come. The event with him or without him will probably happen, and that is...
So it will probably happen. So that means there will be back-to-back events, 2-week difference between the Shaw Classic on the 15th and the 2nd being the event in Azerbaijan. So we have a lengthy post here on Instagram from Morozov where he's basically saying that it's not as easy as Devon claims it to be to get a visa for Vitaly. It's actually very difficult, and why are they waiting only 7 weeks before the event to try and get that sorted? So he's basically siding with Vitaly. Now, I want to read this comment from Matt Rhodes Sport. Pretty good insight here. He said, it's sad that none of these guys realize the paydays they've been able to earn during the last 4 years are, I would say with some conviction, about 70% due to Devon's work bringing paying eyes to the sport. And yes, I know that for a fact, obviously, because I know the pay-per-view numbers when Devon isn't on a card. So this guy, I believe, was one of the owners of King of the Table in the past. So he actually knew the pay-per-view numbers of that event in the past. Not to mention the amount of new followers he's personally brought to the sport, and then may pay to watch other athletes that they've discovered Devon. Whether people like Devon or not is entirely irrelevant. Having an athlete who fans vehemently want to win or lose is the most important financial asset. That makes a complete amount of sense. And that, reflecting on that comment, reminds me of a comment I saw yesterday about how the Eastern European athletes are, so they want to keep competing for pennies in their irrelevant tournaments or whatever. That's what somebody said, not what I said. But I mean, it makes sense that where the money goes, that's where the sport's going to grow. So, and we even see him commenting on this video as well from Devon yesterday, where he basically said that he already made his commitment to the Shaw Classic, so he won't be at that event in Azerbaijan. But we'll see if he gets convinced or not. But Matt Rhodes again says, makes sense to move the matches to the countries where the pay-per-view buys come from, a positive step forward in the progress of the sport, 100%. I mean, Engin can appease to the Eastern European athletes all he wants, but where is the money coming in that's actually going to grow the sport? And as far as I'm concerned, isn't that the reason why he sold the league, to actually grow the league more and to have some ownership to grow it in a direction where it's going to make more sense financially as well, to actually expand the league? To me, that makes the most logical sense. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Will Devon actually be convinced to go to Azerbaijan and maybe do right arm and then do left arm at the Shaw Classic? Or is he going to stick to his word and just do the Shaw Classic? And is Morozov going to come over? That would be interesting if Morozov comes over again. We just saw him in Chicago. If he comes over again and faces Devon on the right, that could be exciting. But of course, then we'd have to wait even longer for the Vitaly match. But either way, a lot of exciting stuff happening in the arm wrestling world.